August 1988, deep in the heart of Houston, Texas, a young man lies unconscious on the side of a lonely road, his body shattered. 2 weeks later, he is dead. He's only 21 years old. Back in Jamaica, the music world stops. This wasn't just anyone. This was Tenor Saw, the golden voice, the prodigy who created the ultimate soundclash anthem. A song so powerful, it still shakes dancehalls today. Almost immediately, the rumors exploded. He was assassinated by a rival artist. He was taken out by the mob. He was shot in New York. For over 30 years, the truth about what happened to Clive Bright was buried beneath a mountain of reggae lore, conspiracy, and lies. But today, we pierce through the myth, from his strict religious upbringing to his legendary clashes, and the official police records that finally exposed what happened on that dark Texas night. This is the real, tragic story of Tenor Saw.
Yo, one know the East Side dancehall, Lincoln Terrage Records. One know the talk I turn in dancehall, Lincoln Terrage Records. Your entourage, the meat you know eat from morning, your ruggedness.
Bless up, and welcome back to Entourage Records. You're new via here, please consider subscribing. Turn on your post notification bell so whenever I make a new upload, you can be the first to be notified. So, to understand the music, you have to understand the roots. Before he was Tenor Saw, first he was Clive Bright, born in Kingston on December the 6th, 1966. Growing up in the concrete jungle of Payne Avenue, in life, never easy. But the biggest conflict where Clive did face, it wasn't on the streets, it was basically inside our own home. And one of the reasons is Clive's family was deeply religious. In an Orthodox Rastafarian or strict Christian household in Jamaica back then, dancehall music wasn't just frowned upon, it was considered the music of the devil. So it was a no. His parents banned secular music, but Clive couldn't stop the melodies in his head. He possessed a rare, haunting vocal tone. It wasn't the smooth, sweet style of lovers rock. It was a sharp, piercing nasal wail that carried the pain and energy of the ghetto. By the time he was a teenager, Clive made a choice. He chose the music. He started sneaking out of the house at night, drawn like a moth to a flame to the local sound systems. He began singing under the name Tenor Saw, a nod to his unique, sawing vocal style that cut through any instrumental track. So with every great talent needs a champion. For Tenor Saw, that champion was Lincoln Barrington Minot, better known to the world as Sugar Minot. Sugar wasn't just a legendary singer. He was the ultimate talent scout. He ran youth promotion, a sound system, and record label dedicated to taking raw, impoverished youth off the street and giving them a microphone, giving them a chance in life. One evening in 1984, a young, skinny Tenor Saw walked into Sugar Minor's backyard studio on Robert Crescent. He voiced a track called How Water Walk Got Pumpkin Belly, which was even supposed to be a dub plate. Sugar Minot instantly knew he was listening to history.
Well, first, my Tenor Saw sitting in a stone over there in one morning, because this was a house that, the house that most of you born and growing, it was like a house that mother used to live, And after a while, we played too much music, so she couldn't take it, so she went to the country to live. And then we said, all right, we'll just turn this house into just a music house, So one morning, bleaching out, a little student come out and see a youth sitting on a stone, little stone. I said, what me youth? I said, boy, father, long time I try, and boy, nobody not get, give me a chance and things. He said, all right, me youth, you can go and stay around me, and it's like, youth, I'm tell you to sing, youth, and a voice that it was like something I never heard before, just a different sound, It was the greatest of singer, but it was just a different sound. Some say, yes, you have a great sound, you can develop on that voice, and that voice sound powerful and commanding. So him start to move in me, anywhere I'm going, he's there, until one time we're doing some dub plates. When you used to do dub plates, live to records, live to the plate. You can't make no mistake, it's cutting right there, And I did, Jamie just made a rhythm called the Slang Thing, Win Smith, And Jammies never have a sound yet, so we used to play all of Jammies' music. So Jammies, we go on there and Jammies put all the slang things, so we started with some special start to do. Oh, it's a jam right in the street. Oh, it's a jam right in the street. Watch the police them in a jeep and bad boy on the corner. And we did about 3 songs on the same rhythm, and the youth Tenor Saw was there and said, Father, I have something for that. Give me a try now. I said, all right, me youth, go on now. Oh, water walk, go a pumpkin belly, Lord God. And the rest was history, I tell you. It's certain it, and that was supposed to be a dub plate, but somehow it got on real record,
From that moment on, when Sugar Minot tried Tenor Saw on that live dub plate, Tenor Saw never ever looked back. His career just started to blossom. He took Saw under his wing, acting as a father figure, a manager, and a musical guide. Under Sugar's guidance, Tenor Saw released Lots of Sign and Pumpkin Belly. The tracks exploded. In 1985, reggae was transitioning out of live roots bands and into the digital era, dominated by the newly invented Casio Slang Thing rhythm, which was first brought by King Jammies. Tenor Saw's haunting voice was a perfect match for this new robotic sound. He became an overnight sensation. But Tenor Saw's transition from star to immortal legend happened on one single night in 1985. It is a story that every true dancehall fan needs to know. The scene was a massive 4-way soundclash. The heavyweights were all there. Volcano, Youth Promotion, King Jammies, and the fierce Arrows International. In a soundclash, you don't just play music, you play custom tracks called dub plates to musically kill your opponent. Arrows International was armed with a massive state-of-the-art sound system. They were ruthlessly dominating the other sounds. Youth promotion was on the ropes, the crowd starting to turn. Seeing his musical family getting crushed, Tenor Saw didn't back down. So, in Tenor Saw's own words, he said, there wasn't many people cheering for youth promotions, but they were cheering for the other three sounds in the competition. So he said he can't afford for the next three sounds to topple his sounds because they have to win. So he went backstage and think of a quick idea and made up the rest on stage.
Four big sound in a one big lawn. Promotion a play, they had a tree keep calm. Four big sound in a one big lawn. You would promotion a play, they had a tree keep calm. So ring the alarm, and it's alright. I'm gonna just go on stage, I'm gonna just find the rest on stage. And watch this old man a tremble. Watch this old man afraid, you know?
When Tenor Saw spit those lyrics that night, him never just did a sing. He did a issue a war cry. Him a kill off every single sound. Him a attack arrows, him a attack jammies, him a attack all three sounds. Him saying how him kill them already and him about kill them again. The crowd went absolutely insane. The venue erupted in a frenzy of ear horns and cheers. That single song completely flipped the clash, saving the youth promotion when it was officially recorded and released by producer Winston Riley. Ring the Alarm became the definite soundclash anthem of all time. Tenor Saw was now the undisputed king of the new digital sound. By 1987, Tenor Saw was looking to conquer the international market. He relocated to New York and began traveling to different cities in the United States for shows. In July 1988, his journey took him to Houston, Texas, and this is where the history books get distorted. For years, rumors circulated that Tenor Saw was killed by rival artists or caught up in a violent drug feud. The Jamaican press even erroneously reported months later that he was shot in a domestic dispute in New York. But the cold, hard medical records tell a completely different and deeply tragic story. In late July, Tenor Saw was walking near an industrial park driveway in Houston when he was forcefully struck by an unidentified vehicle. It was a hit and run. The driver never stopped. The impact was so devastating, the bumper of the car shattered both of his legs, causing severe open fractures and ripping through his femoral artery. He was found bleeding out on the roadside and rushed to Bentab General Hospital. Doctors fought desperately to save him. He underwent emergency brain surgery to treat a closed head injury and had his right leg amputated. For nearly 2 weeks, the young icon fight for his life in a Texas hospital bed. But the trauma was too much. Complicated by a severe lung infection he contracted while hospitalized. Clive Tenor Saw Bright passed away on August 13, 1988. He was just 21 years old. Because Hurricane Gilbert had completely knocked out communication lines to Jamaica at that exact time, Texas authorities couldn't reach his family. His body went unclaimed, leading to a temporary county burial before his musical family finally located him. exhumed his body and brought his ashes back home to Jamaica. Tenor Saw's life was tragically cut short, but his voice was immortal. His close friend and rival, Nitty Gritty, was so heartbroken he recorded the tribute track, Who Killed Tenor Saw, a song that inadvertently fueled the murder rumors for years, despite simply being a cry of grief over an unsolved hit and run. Today, over 3 decades later, whenever a soundclash gets tense, whenever a DJ needs to ignite a crowd, they drop that same track recorded by a 19-year-old kid from Payne Avenue. Tenor Saw didn't live long enough to see how much he changed the world, but as long as bass lines shake speaker cones, the name Tenor Saw will never be forgotten. Viewers and subscribers, what want to think about that one here? Please leave your thoughts on a comment in the comment section so we can talk about it. We've come to the end of another video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, those who haven't done so as yet. Also, please turn your post notification bell so whenever I make a new upload, you can be the first to be notified. Peace out, bless up. I'll definitely catch you in the next one.